You're back. Hey, we back. Welcome everyone to this episode on the Ultimate Sports TV, guys. We have an NFL trade alert right before NFL Super Bowl 55. Matthew Stafford will be traded to the LA Rams in exchange for Jared Goff and 2 first-round picks going to the Detroit Lions. Now, through the years, a lot of us, including myself, have said that Matthew Stafford's talents have been wasted in Detroit, guys. He is finally getting out of there and going to a star-studded LA Rams team. And really, when I think about it, you add Matthew Stafford to the LA Rams, I think they're a contender, a serious contender going into the next NFL season in 2021 through 2022, guys. I'm about to tell you why adding Matthew Stafford to the LA Rams makes them an elite contender going into the next year right after you subscribe to the Ultimate Sports TV. Because if you are not subscribed, you are missing out on so much, because this is the hot spot. Get lots and lots of talk from the Ultimate Sports TV spot with NBA and NFL content. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and join the 2STV squad. Then like this video for me, share this video and YouTube channel, then comment down below if you think Matthew Stafford going to the LA Rams makes them a legit contender going into next season, and what you think about this trade between the Rams and the Lions. We look at this situation, Matthew Stafford's still a top 12, top 10 quarterback in the NFL. And what he has needed his whole career, and as of late, is a good defense, a good running game, and a good offensive line. Well, the team he's going to, the LA Rams, has that. They have a top 5, top 3 defense going into next year. They have Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Josh Reynolds, and Van Jefferson on the outside. Some good tight ends in Tyler Higbee and Gerald Everett, and a good offensive line, and a good running back in Cam Akers, who is on the rise for next year and could arguably have a breakout season next year, and has a top 3 coach in the NFL in Sean McVay, and then again has a great defense to be backed by. He is in the perfect situation, in the situation he has needed his whole career. He has been the one balling out, but he has never really had the support he has needed to really get over the hump. And when you look at the Rams situation this year, Jared Goff played solid, but he didn't do what the Rams needed him to do to really get over the hump. So when I look at this is a match made in heaven, because you have Matthew Stafford, who has needed the good pieces around him in Detroit, and he never got it to get over the hump. And then you look at this Rams team, who needed a good quarterback upgrade to get them over the hump this year. Both sides are getting it in this. So that is why I think this is a massive upgrade for the Rams, and Matthew Stafford will take them to another level with the accommodations he has around them. With this situation, I think Matthew Stafford has the Rams going into next year in a situation where they are a legit and high contender in the NFC. Here's a very interesting stat why Matthew Stafford's accommodations in LA could really matter a lot, and why this team could boost next year and be a legit contender. The last 6 years of Matthew Stafford's career, his team has averaged 89 rushing yards per game. That is not great at all, so he's never really had a run game. Last year for the LA Rams, they averaged 126 rushing yards per game. Matthew Stafford has had an 100-yard back in a game 11 times in his 12-year career. The Rams did that 5 times last year. Matthew Stafford has had a top 10 defense 1 time in his 12 seasons. The one season that he did have a top 10 NFL defense, he went 11-5. So that helped definitely. It helped a lot having a defense that could back your amazing play as a quarterback. And when you have the pieces that you will this year for the LA Rams, having Robert Woods, having Cooper Kupp, having the amazing tight ends that you do, having a good offensive line, and having the run game that the LA Rams will have next year with a boosted Cam Akers and a top 5 defense next year, the Matthew Stafford will have what he has needed his whole career to succeed, and I have no doubt that he's going to use it the right way. And when you add Matthew Stafford to the LA Rams, who are really looking for that quarterback to get them over the hump in the really last 2 years, Matthew Stafford looks to be that answer, and I believe he will end up being that answer for the LA Rams. So for me, this is really a great match for the Rams and Matthew Stafford. Now, when we look at the fact that Matthew Stafford is an upgrade over Jared Goff, and knowing that Jared Goff was able to really be a part of taking the Rams to the divisional round this year and being a little close to the NFC Championship, my prediction in my right mind would be that Matthew Stafford could take them to a possible NFC Championship this year. And when you look at the fact that the Packers may be regressing next year, when you look at the fact that Drew Brees and the Saints may be falling next year, knowing that Drew Brees probably won't be coming back next year, that emerges to me and knowing that the LA Rams have a door open to really step up as one of those true contenders again in the NFC with Matthew Stafford, knowing that he finally has what he needs in his career to really succeed. So again, I think this is a match made in heaven, and I do think that there's a door open in the NFC for the LA Rams, knowing that they have an upgraded quarterback and knowing what contenders in the NFC may fall next year. Now, when we look at these full trade details, we see that the LA Rams are once again giving up some first-round picks. They gave up 2 first-round picks and Jared Goff to the Detroit Lions. I didn't say 1 first-round pick. I said 2 first-round picks. So then again, the LA Rams are giving up more and more first-round picks to really put it all in winning now. Do I agree with the Rams giving up 2 first-round picks in exchange for Matthew Stafford? I do not agree with that. Do I think they should have given up 1 first-round pick for Matthew Stafford and including Jared Goff in that trade? I do believe that is the answer. I don't believe 2 first-round picks is the margin between Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford. I don't think there's that big of a margin. Matthew Stafford is a great quarterback, but Jared Goff is also a pretty good quarterback, and he also had a pretty solid season this year. I do not think the margin is that big. So I think Matthew Stafford going to the Rams and a first-round pick and Jared Goff going to the Lions would be a fair trade. But do I think 2 first-round picks was necessary for the Rams to give up? No, I do believe they kind of overpaid there. I believe 1 first-round pick would have been enough. So I believe that the Lions kind of got a steal there because I do not believe the margin is that big. The Lions definitely got a steal by getting 2 first-round picks in back-to-back years. So that's even more draft compensation in the first round that the Rams give up and really sacrificing their future all to win now. But the Lions definitely got a steal by getting 2 first-round picks because I just do not think the margin is that big between Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff. I will reiterate this though, I do believe that this trade for the Rams will get them over the hump next year, and I do believe that they are legit contenders going into the 2021 NFL season with Matthew Stafford. They are getting the upgrade they needed over Jared Goff to really get them over the hump because that is what they needed. What Matthew Stafford needed was to have the good complementary weapons behind him. He needed a good defense throughout his career. He is getting that with the Rams. He needed a good run game throughout his career. He is getting that with the Rams, and he is getting some good pieces on the outside and with your tight ends on this LA Rams offense, and you're getting a top 3 coach in the NFL in Sean McVay. So when you look at it, both sides are getting what they need in this trade, and that will do great dividends for both sides in the future going into the 2021 NFL season. I do believe that Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams, both sides won this trade, and it will do great things for them going into the 2021 NFL season, guys. Give your opinion in the comment section below if you think that Matthew Stafford to the LA Rams will give the Rams a significant boost next year and mark them as a legit contender in the NFC going into the 2021 NFL season. And as for me, this is Malik Hicks, aka the Ranker of the Ultimate Sports TV, signing off. Peace out, and I'll see you in my next one.